Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name is Paul, the Canadian Snowman, here once again with another awesome video from Knowledgia. We're doing how many people still believe in the Roman and Greek gods. I have learned about a few gods. I've done some miscellaneous myths. I have a little small playlist I started on that I do every once in a while. And I'm definitely curious if people still actually believe in this stuff. I mean, maybe a portion of the world is kind of cut off, mostly from a lot of the outside world, so don't get a lot of maybe outside information and stuff like that. Maybe they still do, or just people just been brought, they, when they're taught something as a kid, and this is basically like religion, right? I mean, if you're taught something, and you grow up with it, you're gonna believe it, right? Right? So, I mean, yeah, no, never mind. I'm not gonna say that kind of stuff. But I'm not gonna get all controversial here and have, yeah, comments blow up. But anyways, guys, please hit that like and subscribe. But I'm definitely curious to see, who still believes in this stuff. Which, honestly, let's say, never mind. It wouldn't surprise me to say it would not surprise me at all if there's a lot of people, that believe in this stuff considering. But
Before we start this video, we want to announce that you can now find us on Instagram. For the general
yeah, please hit like and subscribe.
modern world, the names and stories of the Greek and Roman gods may be more likely to bring up thoughts of a movie or book series, rather than anything close to actual religion. But that is not the case everywhere, and was surely not the case throughout history. In order to let you experience history action from the past, we decided to partner up with Conqueror's Blade. Conqueror's Blade is a free-to-play tactical MMO. The game is set in a vast, open medieval world, and tasks players to create a warlord to build and command. The origins of the Greek and Roman deities differ both in creation and time. The Greek gods, in particular, have no specific text or literary introduction. There is no equivalent to the Christian Bible or Muslim Quran, but instead a long tradition of orally shared tales, tracing back to the Bronze Age. The exact time of the first.
But if there was like a Quran or the Bible, and there was this text, where you could hand out like books and everyone can learn this stuff would be brought up just like regular, Christianity and stuff, regular religion. A lot more people would believe in it now and be like a common kind of thing. With the fact that it's word of mouth, it legitimizes it, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't, I don't know. Yeah, makes it a myth.
First Genesis story is unknown, although it is clear that by the point of Homer's widely famous poems, the Iliad and the Odyssey, somewhere around the 8th century BC, readers were expected to already know who the deities were, as he gave no introduction, despite their use as the main characters. The first comprehensive account of how both the universe and gods came to be was written by Hesiod, near 700 BC, and later authors used his work known as Theogony as a foundation for their own literature. The Romans, contrarily, based most of their deities on those of the Greeks. At the time that they invaded Greece in 146 BC, the Romans had not yet settled on their own advanced system of mythology. Because of this, coupled with the fact that Roman literature was also less sophisticated than the Greeks, the Romans ultimately adopted the Greek deities and their stories, with only a few notable differences. For one, the names of the gods differ between the two. Zeus, the Greek king of the gods, as an example, parallels the Roman god Jupiter. The same goes for the Greek Aphrodite.
Sorry. To be honest, I have no idea the difference between Greek god and a Roman god. If you labeled all those gods in front of me, I couldn't tell you which one was which.
Takes a picture, and in that picture is this ET.
Sorry.
He puts the
and the Roman Venus, the Greek Hades and the Roman Pluto, and so on. Another distinction was made in the appearance of the deities. For the Greeks, their gods resemble beautiful and stunning human-like beings, based on their personality traits. Meanwhile, the Roman gods were more of a concept than a physical entity. This means that their appearance exists further in the individual imaginations of those who worship them. There are, of course, other deities outside of the Olympians as well, such as many famous Greek.
So you may have just kind of told and read about these gods and Roman, I guess kind of the Romans, and then basically the Greeks kind of have like a picture book, of what everything looks like, So it's like one's kind of, kind of like, a kid, you have your picture book, and then you grow up, you have a novel, and you got to use your imagination kind of thing. I don't know. That's what came to mind. But yeah, I mean, I guess they pretty much copied a lot of the gods the Greeks had. I guess because they were a lot cooler, and I don't really know why exactly they copied the gods. Maybe that they just thought that it just made sense. We believe. Oh, that maybe that does make sense. That's why we should definitely believe in what they believe in because, their stuff makes sense. It's cool and whatnot. I don't know.
Greek demigods, namely characters like Hades and Achilles. Because the Greeks and Romans of ancient times were polytheistic, meaning they worshipped a plethora of gods, the religious majorities in these same regions today tend to differ greatly. In our time, roughly 84% of the world population is religious in some way. About 55% of the world is monotheistic, meaning they only worship one god. This group is predominantly made up of faiths such as Christianity and Islam, both of which worship the God of Abraham. The other main categories of religions in the world today include reincarnationists at about 22% of the world's population and encompass the faiths of Hinduism and Buddhism, the latter having stemmed from the former, and folk or ethno-religions. Folk religions include faiths that have existed long before the main modern religions, and make up about 6% of the world's population, with 90% of that being found in Asia. The remaining global population is considered to be unaffiliated. With these groups rounding out the world's population, it seems that polytheism quite definitely still exists today, but not necessarily in a high percentage within the population of Greece and Rome as it once did. In Greece, respectively, a whopping 98% of the country today consider themselves to be Orthodox Christians. While that number is significantly high, there is still a pattern of increase of polytheistic beliefs since 1990, and the leaders of the minority faith claimed in 2005 that somewhere around 2,000 citizens of Greece were followers of the old religion. Unfortunately, though, it is fairly difficult to get an exact number of devotees, mostly due to the factor of privacy when it comes to one's personal beliefs. Likely fearing judgment or discrimination, not all polytheists are open about their faith. But nonetheless...
Right? I don't blame them at all. I mean, it's like, okay, like, I'm Canadian, but I live in the United States, I live in Alabama. It's like a Bible belt, and I'm not a Christian, but like, if the topic of, what I believe in comes like brought up when I'm at work and I kind of say what I'm like kind of viewed as an outcast because everyone else believes a lot of different stuff than I do. And so I pretty much keep to myself because I don't want to get, I love discussing it. I think it's fascinating, but a lot of people, they can't just have a regular discussion when it comes to religion. They get defensive or they get mad or irritated. So it's like, why I don't even bother, even giving my 2 cents, even though I really want to, just because it'd be a fun discussion. So I can definitely understand why they wouldn't want to bring in theirs out, because then you might get ridiculed because why would you believe in that, blah blah blah. So definitely understand that, and that religion is no different than any other religion, really. If they believe in that, I mean, I don't look at that as really any different than any other religion kind of thing. So, anyways. Yeah.
Less, multiple organizations exist in Greece with a goal of reviving the ancient religion. One of these groups, which goes by the name of Eleni, known in full as the Holy Association of Greek Ancient Religion Believers, made a noteworthy step toward victory when a ruling in 2006 acknowledged them as a cultural organization. A yearly festival created in 1995 by Dr. Tryphon Olympios, a professor of philosophy at the University of Stockholm, called the Promethea Festival, also exists as a pan-Hellenic event to celebrate the ancient Greek culture. The festival lasts 4 days and takes place at the foot of Mount Olympus, attracting both local and foreign attendees annually. Back in January of 2007, Eleni held the first Hellenic rite at the 1800-year-old Temple of Olympian Zeus, since the Roman Empire banned the ancient Greek religion in the latter half of the 4th century. The celebration lasted 90 minutes and was filled with hymns and dancing, celebrating the union of Zeus and Hera, and calling upon Zeus to bring world peace. Other festivities of this kind also exist to celebrate different things, such as seasonal changes, rituals, as well as some groups like the Supreme Council of Hellenic Nationals.
I'm sorry, like, if I was going to believe, like, in a religion, this would be it. Because it's just cool, man. Like, you got Zeus. I don't even know if all these, like, are the same, you know. But having all these different gods and stuff, like Thor, I just think it's just really cool, man. I think, yeah. Anyways.
Regularly meeting to attend lectures or perform rites together. If it were up to them, these faithful worshippers would see ancient temples restored, and many dreams.
Nice.
Purdue University Global. Apply now
Sorry,
at
guys.
purdueglobal.edu.
Dreams of being able to perform some of their rituals inside the Parthenon. While some followers may have more of a casual faith, others go as far as to even change their names to ones in ancient Greek.
I think more like, I know, like, just like a family of mine, that, they believe in most of them believe in some sort of Christianity, and they're more casual. Like, most don't even go to church, on a regular basis or at all, but they still, believe it. At least they say so. And so, yeah, I think, I think a huge portion of a population is casual. They're not deep into it, but I could be totally wrong anyway.
And utilize the ancient calendar. Although the prevalent majority deems the polytheists in the region to be some type of crazy, and numerous historians even argue that such worshippers are merely glorifying outdated beliefs that had little to do with ethics or morality, the numbers still estimate that a potential 100,000 people within Greece have some type of interest in the ancient faith. Outside of Greece, however, it is not as easy to find exact or even estimated figures for those who still believe in either the ancient Greek or Roman deities. The percentage of those people with
Oh, it makes sense. I mean, if Greek and Roman gods, most of those people are going to be the ones that live around there. They probably can go look at those sites and have a place where they can kind of, I'm not sure what they do, like pray or acknowledge or, do whatever they do, for the gods. If you're outside of that, you're definitely not going to probably know anyone that believes the same thing. And so, yeah, you're just probably going to keep your mouth shut kind of thing, unless you go on vacation there and whatnot.
Within the world population is likely incredibly small, especially factoring in the reality that over half of the globe is strictly monotheist, and the other categories include a plethora of faiths. While the number of Hellenic believers is quite possibly increasing, it is still a slim chance that it will become a predominant religion, even nationally, anytime soon or ever. As authors and filmmakers continue to utilize the ancient Greek and Roman mythological beliefs and stories for entertainment, the uptick of interest in those corresponding faiths is bound to increase, even if that interest never translates into practice. But nonetheless, people will still follow, they will still worship, and they will still believe.
Right.
A big thank you again to our sponsor, Conquerors.
People, I don't know if anyone can believe whatever they want to believe in. It's all good, all cool with me. I definitely find it fascinating when you have discussions with people on what they believe in. It's actually really interesting, you know, what their take on things are, because it seems like not everyone has like the same. You might believe in the same thing, but like your thought process or like how you, I don't know, how you look at things in your, I guess, religion is different usually than, the next person, which I think is really cool kind of thing. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts below in the comments. You guys are amazing. And yeah, what do you kind of think? Don't you guys think this kind of cool, man? Like, having the statues of Zeus and Thor and all that cool stuff. I think it's really neat. But anyways, hit the like and subscribe. Catch you guys in future videos. You guys are amazing. Thank you for the support and peace.